sometimes okay to kind of like go on with something.
All right, you ready?
Mhm. Hey, everybody. So I know it's been a while. I'm going to wait a second and let Facebook do its normal thing where it just sends out all of its little things saying, hey, Sarah's on. So we will see who is out there today. I probably should have been a little bit better and posted something earlier saying I was going live, but I did not. Yes. Okay, so we're going to bring a friend on with us today, if it will let me. Is it adding? It should be. You may have to put it on silent. We're learning how to do both of us at the same time. I hope everybody is having a fabulous day. Yes. And hopefully, all right, should be adding her. Gotta love technology. We may not be able to do that with us folks sitting here. You may have to do it just like if you're on live at the same time. Apparently. Goodness gracious. Don't you love technology? It's fun watching other people struggle with it. It makes it such a great icebreaker. We are going to get it eventually. There we go. Yay. Maybe. There it goes. So, today, I know it's been a while for y'all since I have posted a Facebook Live, and I've just been super busy with things, and I just wanted to kind of hop on today really quickly and just kind of share what I've been up to, what has been taking up so much of my time.
I'm still trying to get mine to work.
Sorry. We are having fun just trying to figure out the technicalities. So, this is my friend Danielle.
Hi.
And Danielle is the owner and trainer at 4 on the Floor, and she is absolutely amazing. I am so blessed that I have gotten to get to know her more personally, and that I found somebody who was willing to listen to what me and Rosa's needs were and help us achieve the things that we wanted to achieve. So I know some of you out there have seen me post pictures of me training with my dog, and maybe you've wondered why. I know I post a lot of things that my dog is like my love, which who doesn't own dogs and don't think they're kind of your little love babies? Mine's my love babies. Both of mine are my love babies. They're my kids, my extra added on kids, like I needed any more. But I actually wanted to officially introduce Rosa as my service dog. And so that's a big step for me. I have been working since what, December of last year?
December of last year, yes.
Yep, I took the steps to start working with Rosa and, of course, my trainer.
Hi, everybody.
And to start the process, which is a very long one and a consistent, continuing process of training Rosa to be my service dog. And so I just kind of wanted to hop on and officially introduce her as that, and kind of to help answer any questions that you have about service dogs and what are service dogs and really just anything related to it. I, of course, brought Danielle.
Hi. Sorry, we've got
cameras. Multiple cameras, so we're like looking everywhere. To help answer some of those questions that maybe you have, because I can tell you that I spent, I think I told you it was like 6 months or longer.
Before she contacted me, she told me she had been interested in a service dog or researching programs and buying a dog from someone up north that was supposedly already trained. And she was like, the money, the cost, and there's so many scams out there. She was like, oh, somebody gave you my number, or you were Googling?
I was Googling. Trying to find somebody that could just answer my questions, because you type in service dog, and holy smokes, Google will have your head spinning, and you think you have the right answer, but Google lies. I'm sorry, Google, you're a big fat liar some days of the week. And when it comes to service dogs, there is so much conflicting information out there. It's really hard. And so I was Googling somebody who could help me not only answer questions, but help direct me where I needed to go.
Yes. And so she called me, and I think we spent a week on the phone, like every day, in between times we had, you know, time to talk. And then finally she's like, can I bring you my dog, and how much is it going to cost for evaluation and all this other stuff? And I said, look, it's free. You just come to me, and the evaluation to make sure that your dog could be or possibly training. But then I did tell you that there are also, we could get into the training and she could still fail.
Yep.
There's still 2 more steps that she has to pass before she could truly be a service dog. But she's getting close. She's getting close. Rosa is picking up really well, so we're pretty proud of her.
Yeah, we are. She's done amazing. And so it's been a real journey. And so through that, one of the things that I really recognized a lot of is how little people know about service dogs. And there's so much confusion out there. There's people that don't understand. There's people that are like, there's a variety of things in this, and I think
so many gray areas.
There's a lot of gray areas, and hopefully in the
everybody
future.
Over here.
Hello, Danielle's Facebook feed.
I see Christy was watching. She has
I'm Sarah. For those of you that don't know me, I'm sorry. I talk like it's just my folks. My folks.
You're good.
But I'm Sarah. I'm a client of Danielle's, and just kind of coming live today to kind of share my...
She's picking out the service dog closet, y'all.
That's exactly it.
She admitted to me, we have been working so hard on this, and she recently admitted to me that nobody knew.
Yep.
Nobody has known her struggles. Hi. Nobody's known her struggles, and she's hiding it, and she's trying to, like, sneak her service dog around certain people, like, but they might think, who cares what they think?
I know. It's so hard. It's so tough. I think a lot of it is, as you're going through it, it's such a process. It's not,
wham, bam, done, slap a vest on, you're good.
Yeah, like I can't even imagine doing that process at this point, because it really, like, it's been such a step by step, and with each step that you're taking, you're developing as a team, and I think that's what makes it so important. And then also you're developing as a person too.
It really is. I joke about it, but my service dog has been a alternative therapy.
Yeah.
So for those of you who don't know me, most of my feed does know, I am a disabled handler myself. So I struggle with a lot of similar issues that Sarah does. I was diagnosed, a lot of my stuff, you know, I've had it my whole life. And they misdiagnosed me, or my family just was like, she's a trouble child. That's just how Danielle is. Well, as I got older, I finally got diagnosed and all that. So my struggles and what I went through in life helped me with training my service dog teams. Hi, how are you, Megan? It helps me train them. So, like,
I think that was, like, my favorite part about the whole experience, was that you didn't feel like you were talking to somebody who is just a trainer, and it's just like, hey, just be cool with it, you know? when people are ugly, just walk on by, you know, and like that didn't understand some of the struggles that you can experience as a service dog handler and as a team, and when you have family, and some of those struggles that having somebody, a trainer that has been through that, understands it, and is compassionate and empathetic towards what you're going through, but still like,
this is how you need to focus on that.
Yeah, I think that's what makes you so unique. I think in comparison to some trainers that may be out there in this area.
They have a program, and it's just like, this is your first step, this is your second step, slap the vest on, this is your third, this is your fourth, and just have fun, bye, thanks for the money.
Yeah, exactly.
And I take pride in my service dogs that I come out of my program. No, I don't just raise, breed, train, and then sell a dog. That's just not what I do. I work with the owner, and if they already have a dog, we try to make that dog work.
That's it.
And that's part of what differentiates me from, you know, other things.
So I guess let's start from the kind of basic for those that don't know. What is a service dog, and also what is the difference? Because a lot of people get confused about emotional support animals, therapy dogs, and service dogs. What the difference is between those.
Okay, so first, what is a service dog? A service dog is a dog that helps mediate a handler's disability. So in public, that could be medical alert, so alerting before a seizure or a diabetic attack or something along those lines. It could be mobility. I have a couple clients with me who need mobility dogs because they have issues with balance. What else? There's so many different things that go into it. Now, there is a psychiatric service dog, which is for like PTSD and anxiety, depression, things like that. But that's where the gray line comes in.
Where the gray fog comes in. Hey, Tara.
Some people are like, well, I have anxiety. I want Fido to come with. I'm going to use Fido. Fido's my imaginary dog, y'all.
Fido's a generic dog, like
generic.
Jane Doe.
Yeah. So Fido, I want to take Fido with me. Or I saw this little lady in Walmart the other day, and she had her Fido in the shopping cart. Like she said it was a registered service dog. We'll get to that later. But an ESA has its own place and purpose. An ESA is an emotional support animal. So that could be a cat, that could be a dog, that could be a peacock. Yeah. I know most of y'all have seen those things. I don't really believe the peacock's going to support you emotionally.
I saw one thing about lizards. It would be like lizards and turtles.
But that's what.
But it's any
animal can be an emotional support animal. Now, they are only covered under equal housing rights. Emotional support animals are not allowed in public. That is federal, whole United States law. There are some states that let ESAs in certain public areas, but they have to have training. But Louisiana's not one of them states, y'all.
Louisiana doesn't count.
We're
working here.
Nope. So for the most part, ESAs aren't allowed in public. Therapy dogs. Therapy dogs are amazing creatures. They are not service dogs. Yes, they provide a service of comfort to multiple people. A service dog mediates one person. One person, one handler. They work with one person. That's the big thing. An ESA works with one person as well. Therapy is for multiple people. Schools, therapy centers, nursing homes, things like
hospitals.
That. So that's one of those things where therapy dogs are not service dogs. And I have seen recently in this area, that's for you.
I feel like when a text pops up.
I have seen a few people in this area get confused on that, and they're claiming their therapy dog as a service dog. That's just not how that goes.
So the biggest difference between ESAs and service dogs is training?
Training. Service dogs are task trained. So you cannot, take Fido in public without training. ESAs are actually supposed to have basic obedience.
Ah, good to know. See, you
Yes.
learn something new even when you're. I've been
Yep.
doing this for a while, and I learned something new.
Yes, you're always learning. Because when you're going into an apartment or something, most complexes or places that the equal housing right reaches, they want the dog to at least show some training, so
Some
basic obedience.
That's
Yes,
awesome.
sit down, stay, don't chew up the carpet or pee everywhere,
Yeah, very
So-
important. We do not need all that, do we?
No.
So that's kind of where we started as a team, me and Rosa. We started by, she can analyze the behavior of a dog and decide whether they have the temperament and the capability to learn
Yep.
to go through it, because you don't want to spend, even, so I guess I'll back up a little bit. Service dogs, if you qualify for a service dog, they don't have to be just from these special facilities or these places that you spend, and I'm talking upwards of $15,000 to $30,000 for these dogs, which they have had the training and all that. And I mean, that's like your how would you call it? Like your brand new car comes with all the gadgets and gizmos, your platinum edition. They're worth the platinum price.
But that doesn't mean that they're actually going to do their job.
That's right.
Because they're not custom tailored to you.
And you still have to go through the bonding phase. You have to bond with your dog. But there's also the other option of owner training. And it's something that is very viable for a lot of people to owner train their dogs with the help of
a professional trainer.
So that is the option that I chose. I knew Rosa, being a rescue, may not be qualified to do what I was hoping she would be able to do. And so that's why we reached out to Danielle, and Danielle tested her, and we saw the potential for her to do it. And so we've spent, since December, working and training and just kind of taking it step by step by step. And like one of those steps, for example, was we got our canine good citizen test. So whoop for her she got her little ribbon. So can you kind of explain for those who don't know what the canine good citizen test is, what that basically means?
So the AKC Good Citizen Test, Canine Good Citizen Test, I'm backing up there. It's basically a obedience test that proves your dog can sit, stay, handle a stranger, listens to your cues, walks good on leash, stuff like that. And I gave that to her as an option. Now, when you're going for a service dog, you don't have to do any of these.
Correct.
You don't have to register.
do that.
You don't have to do any of that at all.
And I guess now is as good a time as any to talk about that.
Yeah, definitely. So when I first met Rosa, we're going to rewind. Rosa was not the perfect dog.
So lots of issues.
But even with the way she behaved that night, and Sarah was like, I'm so sorry, like, oh my goodness.
I'm stressing.
Yes. I tried to tell her that you don't have to have the perfect dog to start the training process.
Yeah.
What you need is a dedicated owner who's willing to work with the dog more than 1 hour, 2 times a week, each week. Because we could train 1 hour, 2 times a week, each week. And you may not be, you're going to be training forever. You're not going to see any improvements either, because I can't be with you 24/7. Although sometimes it does feel like, my text messages from my clients and phone calls. I try to be there as much as I can.
We may spend a little bit more time.
But if I see my clients trying and working for it, I try to encourage that and help it, because I have been in your shoes where going, upstairs in a public place was like, did you see that person? And I was there alone for it. I don't want you guys to go through it alone.
Yeah.
So it's one of those things. But Rosa's been working really hard for her pretty little blue ribbon.
Yes.
It's also a title for AKC, so, but you don't have to have a registered purebred dog to do it. You can get a PAL number, and then you can do the Good Canine Citizen test, and you can get a cute little placard and ribbon, and I do help people reach that point if they want to do it. It's a good test for all dogs, really.
Yeah.
And it's fun, and who doesn't love winning ribbons?
Right? I'm just saying, like, I feel like I'm a little bit back in, like, high school and stuff where I get ribbons for different things. Like, it's probably more for me than it is for anybody. Rose is down here, like, could care less about this. I even tried to show it to her in the car when I was like, look, Rosa, your ribbon. And she's just like, I don't even know why you're pointing this in my face.
I mean, I have
But, yeah, like,
and
I mean, it's just kind of for us more than anybody.
I don't
But,
care.
so all these registries that you see, like when I first was researching and you see all these registries online, I know it's like, prepare for this part of the conversation.
Yeah.
Explain why those are not legitimate. Like, why are we seeing so, like, you know, for those of us that are new and we're just trying to find this information, you know, what, that can be very scary and very confusing to see that, and you think you're doing the right thing, but you're really not.
So there is no such thing as a certified or registered service dog. Now, there are programs like
Here in the United
States. Yes, here in the United States. There are programs that help you get a certification through them, like Shameless Plugs, Train a Dog, Save a Warrior program.
Mm-hmm.
It's for veterans with PTSD. I am a Train a Dog, Save a Warrior program trainer. So if you are a veteran or you know a veteran who struggles with PTSD and they have a dog or don't have a dog, we help you if they really need one. Now, don't come to me wanting a dog and wanting to drag the dog everywhere and you can function in society without one, because I have turned people down for that.
Right.
Because that is just, it hurts. It's a fake.
That really need it.
It's faking something you really don't need. And truthfully, it's a pain to drag your dog everywhere.
How about workout? You thought dragging 3 kids places was something? Yeah. Yeah, it's a whole nother one. Imagine your toddler that you have to potty before you go in every store, and you have to worry that the toddler may potty on the floor, or the toddler may, you know, it's a lot of work. You have to come with like your diaper bag, you know. It's literally like adding another child to the mix.
I don't go that far, but he carries all his stuff.
And she's doing great. I mean, she carries all her stuff, but in the sense that you bring your you bring. I think and my analogies are always weird, so my crew knows me and my weird analogies. But you have your bag of goodies, which I was dubbed Mary Poppins the other day for just pull stuff out of my bag.
She was Mary Poppins. I mentioned a training tool. Someone says, "What's that look like?" And she goes, "Here, like this, like this."
So I guess that's where my analogy was coming from, because I have my bag that I carry with me. And,
I mean, it brings attention, but most of the time, like when I go in public places, I just want to go get my milk and leave. And so every 10 foot, someone's asking me a question, and it's not against them. Knowledge is key, education. But when I was newer to this and I wasn't as good with my therapy or my public speaking skills, I'm still working on those.
Yeah.
It was hard. Yeah. Because I would shut down and I would see black. And so when somebody spoke to me, it actually triggered me to have an attack. Yeah. Which I just want to go in public and do normal things. I know. I just want to do normal things. So it can bring that negative attention, and it's not negative that people are giving you attention. It's just negative in your mindset or in your world. Yeah. And so that's kind of a hard thing to get through. I did a lot of stuff with that, but the registries are fake. Yes, you can click online, but if you go scroll at the bottom of the registry, there's a little keynote, and it says that this is not recognized by ADA law. And she I told you that one time.
Yeah.
She went and looked, and she goes, It really did say that.
Yeah, that's it.
It's not the registries are not recognized by ADA or federal law. Like,
Yeah.
they're telling you at the bottom where you don't look that they're fake.
That nice little fine print.
Here's a cool little fake registry paper.
Yeah.
I just wanted to prove to people that I could go do it in 10 minutes and get the cool little paper and ID, but it was free to do that, and I was like, oh, because I thought I needed it. I had a doctor's note, I had all that, and I thought I needed it. Where, by law, truthfully, you don't know. That's not how that works. The only thing you need is a task-trained service dog.
Yep. And a disability.
And it is, yes, you have to be disabled. I'm sorry. You can train a dog with a bunch of stuff. But
dogs can be very, very talented.
Very talented.
And still not be a service dog.
Exactly. So, just having a well-behaved dog doesn't make it a service dog. Just because your dog loves you doesn't make it a service dog. Just because you're sitting there and you are like, I love Fido and Fluffy so much.
Fido and Fluffy are great.
And I'm going to put a vest on them because I don't want them to sit in the car.
Yeah.
So we're gonna take them into the store, and they heal. They're good dogs.
Yeah. We'll put them in the buggy.
Oh God, don't put them in the buggy. 4 on the floor, y'all. 4 on the floor.
That's right.
4 feet on the floor. They're not allowed in the buggy. They're not allowed in the shopping cart. Yes, diabetic alert dogs, some people carry them in a sling so that they can smell their breath is how they're trained.
Yes.
So they'll carry them in a sling if they're small enough. But when they're sitting down to eat, the dog is not allowed in the chair, in the booth. It has to be under the table, tucked up out of the way, preferably. I train mine to go up under my chair. Oh. You see him right there? Up under the chair.
Yeah.
Look at him.
Now Rosa, she's still working on tucking. she's not quite.
Facebook didn't like
She's not quite there. She's still learning her tucking skills. So, but that's I mean, we have Forrest is fully 100% task trained service dog. He is amazing. Rosa is in training.
But to have 2 full-grown German Shepherds under 2 chairs we're right here, we're talking, and they haven't moved.
Yeah, just being good, being still, doing what they're supposed to do, which is waiting for and paying attention to us and our needs. I promise you, if I make a move that looks like I'm going to get up, Rose is going to get up, and she's going to be with me. And she's at, I mean, people that have been around me enough have seen her. She's right there. She's paying attention, and that's part of it. And so I think that's what's so important to know and one of the things that I wanted to talk about was if you see a service dog out in public and you don't know how to react or you don't know what to do,
ignore them.
Just pretend like they're not there.
They're not there. They're a cane. They're a wheelchair.
That's
they're
like
an
the
oxygen tank.
thing. Like, I still love that video that those people did, where they're like coming up to the wheelchair and they're like, "Can I touch your wheelchair? Oh, please, wheelchair, come here, wheelchair."
Yes.
That's basically what you're doing with the dog. But more importantly, what I learned from Danielle is that, and I learned through my experience in training Rosa, is whenever you do, and I know it's hard because I literally have had moments where I was like, oh, I did that. Oh, my bad. Bad Sarah. I've totally done this. But you want to, look at the dog, and you want to make eye contact, and you're like, what? Or, I can't touch you, but you're just so cute. From across the room, talking to. So, it's hard. It's hard, but you really can't do it. Please don't do it. Because, one, you might do what she said earlier, you might stress out the handler
and trigger an attack. And if you stress the handler and trigger an attack because you're going, oh my gosh, you're so cute, oh,
you're awesome.
Even from across the room, you're getting that dog split and they're like, oh my God, are you okay?
Yeah, they hear us getting all wound up. They're like, what's going on?
When you see a dog, ignore it, because if you go even like that, or you talk to the dog from across the room, that dog just looks at you. Even just looking at that split second could something could happen with the handler in that time period that could be life or death. Now, I try to tell people, like, mine's not really, like, that bad.
But some people
But
it is.
some people it is. Well, I said that, and then I had someone do something like that, and at the same time I triggered an attack, and I hit my head.
Yeah.
And when I hit my head, that was life or death.
Yeah.
And I was like, so now I'm just like, no, just don't do it. Don't talk to them. Don't touch them.
Because you could distract the dog long enough to not catch an alert or, you know, cause something else to happen. So I think it's so important. Like, I love it when I hear parents, especially with kids, because kids can't help it. Like, they just see a dog. But when parents step up and go, that's a service dog. We don't look at the dog. We don't touch the dog. You know,
So
we don't talk
education
to
is
the dog.
key.
Yes.
But
So,
I found that the adults are actually nastier when you tell them, no, I'm sorry, don't touch my dog.
yeah, oh yeah, people can get really,
Than the kids. The kids are like, oh, he's working like a police dog. Yeah, like that, kinda.
yeah.
And kids take that answer so much easier than adults.
Kids are just like, oh, okay, and move on.
Because they're used to being told no.
Yes.
Honestly, like,
that's adults don't do as well.
no, adults don't like being told no, but kids handle it a lot better. Or they'll ask questions. I'm cool with someone going, hey, so I know I can't touch him, but, like, I have somebody who needs help. Like, I went to the Egg Expo, and I had a boy stop me. And he goes, I have, and he told me what he has, and he said, I want to be able to drive a car. Can you teach the dog to alert before an attack happens so I can pull a car over? And I didn't want to say yes, because that's a lot of work.
That's a lot.
And what he had was so unpredictable that he it wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, service dog wouldn't. But it's great that you can have those opportunities to answer those type of questions in a respectful manner.
Yes.
But you still want to talk to
the person, not the dog.
Not the dog.
And he did. He approached me, not my dog.
Yep.
And so I'm perfectly fine with talking to people like that. I've been places where people start talking to my dog, and I'm like, hi, eyes up here. And so if you see me in public, do not say my dog's name. Do not, you know, a lot of times I tell people, his name's Fido, just to keep going.
Yeah.
It's one of those, like, you don't ask my name, like, hi, I'm a person.
Yeah, really. Like, we had that the other night, and it was very awkward.
Do you know what to say? Oh, no. Oh, I thought someone was asking a question. I was like, yeah, let's answer some questions.
That's it. So, for those of you that have been kind of watching for the last few minutes, is there any questions that you have that we can answer? I love that we have so many people watching. Like, this is awesome. And two, just to know that, you know, you get to post it. I think that's what I love about Facebook Lives is not only do you have the interaction when you're live, but then you get to post it, and then you get more feedback afterwards. I know, you get more people that catch it that maybe weren't available right now. But for all of my friends that are on the West Coast up in Washington, most of y'all, it is still early. Well, it ain't even lunchtime yet for y'all. So y'all are all just slowly getting out of church or
I have West Coast friends too.
What? West Coast, baby?
So
got my love. I grew up 2 hours north of Seattle in Bellingham, Washington, so I got that West Coast love too. And then I got a couple East Coast friends like Audrey. Hey Audrey, how are you, girl? So, you know, but I just felt like it was such a good opportunity, and Danielle, I really thank Danielle for taking the time to come and hop on with me and to kind of help me not only in sharing and introducing that I have a service dog, but also to help answer some questions, because I know there's going to be people that are going to have those questions.
Yes. And it's okay to ask those questions, truly. It really is. So there are a lot of gray areas when it comes to service dogs and training them. Oh my goodness, there's so many gray areas when it comes to training. And a lot of it that people don't understand is it's trial and error.
Yep.
And a lot of times, like, every dog is different. Like, Forrest will jump through fire for me.
Yeah.
And he's been that way since he was a baby. Rosa, you got to like treats.
Yes.
So it's taken some playing around with finding out what she likes and wants to do.
Because she has to be task trained. You have to
Mhm.
still train those things. And for me, like whereas Danielle had Forrest since she was a baby, I only got Rosa when she was 3 years old, and she didn't have a lot of any training whatsoever.
She didn't even know how to be a dog.
No, she still is learning how to be a dog. And so that took a lot of effort. Hey, Mona. She says my phone keeps breaking up. Oh, bless it. Oh, Lord, what have I done? I'm pushing buttons.
Seymour.
Girl, you'll have to catch it on the replay. So, but, you know, it's like she said, you know, we went through phases where we were learning different
ups
things.
and downs. And I wish we had recorded this earlier so we could have followed you more on your journey.
I know. But we're going to start. I'm going to start
We
doing.
have a surprise, as you can hear.
Yes. I'm going to start recording more because I have some big milestones that will be coming up in the next, 6 to 9 months. So we have lots of journeys and first times that me and Rosa will be going through as a service handler team. And so,
and your journey with Babe.
Babe is also, so Babe is obviously my other puppy that I've shared a little bit. I've posted a little bit. You can occasionally hear in the background because she's real talkative. And she is going to be my replacement for Rosa. So because we discovered after we started this process that Rosa had a really, really bad case of heartworm. And we've treated her for him, and in October we'll get the final verdict that she's heartworm free, hopefully.
Or not.
Or not. We may not. We don't know yet. We won't know till we go back.
But it's taken a toll on Rosa's body, and so she cannot withstand, like, even, really, it was a short trip in extreme heat. And it wasn't even that hot, truthfully, and she was going in and out of cold buildings, and her body just couldn't handle it.
Yeah.
So
some extremes that she, you know, so
it's not going to
long
be able to
durations
do.
even, you know, she struggles with. But because with service dogs, their health is so important.
Yes.
Like that you don't take that for granted. And so Babe will be, you know, Rosa takes care of me now, and she is forever my special Rosa. While we're spending the next year to 2 years training up Babe, and then Babe will take over from that point, and Rosa will get to just be a fun, awesome, amazing dog. Yes, she will be the family pet, which she is absolutely cool with that too.
Yes.
Because she loves people. But so I wanted to finally just put it out there, and so that way I don't have to try to re-explain everything as I start sharing in me and Rosa and Babe's journey. And also to give a huge shout out to the amazing, absolutely super talented trainer, Danielle. And to also let friends and family that are in the area here in North Louisiana know, if you are needing an amazing trainer for service dogs, this is your gal.
I do pet dogs too, but you have to be dedicated.
Yeah.
And I find that pet dogs are hard to find truly dedicated owners. Because if you don't train them, you can't blame them.
Amen.
So it takes dedication and training and time, even for just a pet dog. Now, if you guys have questions or comments on that one, you can go ahead and go over to my Facebook page for Four on the Floor, and you can shoot me a message and be like, hey, I got a pet dog, you know, what's up?
And she's amazing.
Yes.
Love her. Super knowledgeable. Super knowledgeable. I think that's what I love most too, is that you're knowledgeable, but you're honest. You're just very like upfront and just like, this is what it is, but not in like a mean or a cruel way. Because some people are like, this is how it is, you know, like, bruh, that's how it is, and we ain't talking about it no more. And it's like, oh God, okay, I'm sorry. question, you know, whereas you're like, well, I mean, this is what it is,
If
but,
you don't do it, it's not gonna happen.
That's right. I just in a really low-key fashion, which I totally love.
I can't afford to not be low-key, right? But, so, we, you know, 4 on the Floor, we have a Facebook page, let's see, what else? Oh, hashtag, Forrest the Wonder Dog. You can follow his adventures on Instagram, if you want to. Let's see, what else? Oh, Homestead Wald's Kennels. I might as well put that plug in there. That is where she got her lovely babe.
This sweet babe.
And they only have 3 puppies left.
They're so precious. I'm pretty sure that I could be that person. Instead of a cat lady, I'd be the German Shepherd lady that just bought them all and brought them all home. Yeah, you're there. You're there. I'm bordering that fence. So if you're looking for a puppy, they're absolutely amazingly gorgeous and super intelligent, smart dogs. But also, I think she's working on a YouTube channel.
Yes.
So, and we will try to post a link in the comments so that you can...
If it works out, like, we're trying to, like, get it going. But this YouTube channel is basically going to follow a few of the service dogs. I'm trying to get permission from a couple more. I don't see him following this on Facebook, but if you're watching, we'd love to see Hank on the YouTube channel, too.
Oh, sweet Hank.
But
I love Hank.
we're trying to work on maybe doing some, you know, more service dog, out and about, like, follow the adventures of type thing, because people like watching that stuff. I'm not really I don't want to say, I'm positive, but I'm not really a camera person. I am been scrolling, like, I cannot decide where.
I know, I can't, I like try to like,
I'm trying to be yours,
and then here, and then here, and then like kind of bounce between, and then I still feel rude that I'm not looking at
Right.
you, so I'm like, oh, I don't know where to go.
But we're going to try to do a YouTube channel as well that will follow the training of Babe and then the training of Roxy, because Roxy is my hopeful to replace Forrest. So Forrest is 7 years old. He has traveled from Hawaii to Washington State and Seattle, all the way to Virginia, back, then down 2 different ways to Louisiana, back up to Washington State. Yeah.
He's traveling.
He's well traveled in car and plane, yeah. We rode on a bus and a trolley, but we've never been on a train. I'm gonna have to take a train ride somewhere.
I have to. This is so
But-
like you fishing and all.
I know. Where's the plane?
Yeah.
It's plane.
My boat, my plane.
Anyways, so he's basically my dog. And I didn't jump on this thing of social media like, I have a service dog. I didn't make him an Instagram or a Facebook, and then I had people like, wait a second, you have a service dog, like, I've seen you in public without a dog. Well, see, I try to go into public without him to make it easier for my family or certain friends that are uneasy, and I struggled bad. So I've been really working on, like, okay, tough shit.
And that would be the honesty part.
My dog's coming with me.
Yeah.
So we've been kind of making it okay to have a service dog, but making it legit. Like, that's my goal. Like, it's okay to tell people that you have anxiety and depression, but that's not, unless it's disabling you, you're not disabled. And you don't need a service dog unless you're disabled. Like, 110%. Like, I have the crazy paper letter that says you're disabled, Danielle. I can get that cool handicap placard.
Yep.
Don't want to.
Don't blame me.
Like,
Don't blame me.
but that's the thing. Like, you have to be disabled to have a service dog, and it's hard telling people that you're disabled, especially when you look normal. That's my favorite thing I get, and a couple people on my Facebook have gone with me places, and I've had him, and like they're like, is that a service dog? Even though Forrest wears this really big,
like,
thick collar.
thing that, like, I don't know how people even miss that. It's kind of like one of those, like, here's your sign, you know?
Yeah, it
like,
says service dog. And then he only wears it because it's not needed by law. He doesn't have to wear anything to be my service dog because he's still tasked. But I put it on there for other people because otherwise they're just like, why are you dragging your dog somewhere?
yeah, why is your dog with you?
But they'll be like, well, you don't look sick. Well, you didn't look stupid. But. and
we mean that with all love and kindness. It's kind of like a bless your heart thing. You know, we're like, you're like, really? Like, it says it on the thing. Like,
And I try to be nice about it. I'm like, yeah, he's my service dog. Yeah, I'm really sick. Like,
I mean, some people can be just kind of
rude.
Yeah. Yeah, like you get people who are just ignorant that just don't know any better, and then you'll get people who are just plain ugly and just kind of almost a little rude and hateful.
Yeah, and you didn't believe me when I told you that until after it happened. And that's one reason why I love helping other service dog handler teams, because I've experienced so much. So much. The good, the bad, and the ugly. Yeah. And the ugly is horrible. Like, it's hard. And the bad, I can handle the bad. I just make jokes about it later.
Yeah. But it's nice to have somebody that can help you to process through that.
And see,
you don't expect it. You don't expect that people are going to behave that way, or that people would I find the right word. Almost stigma, you know, it's like a stigma, you know, to say that you have a disability, or to say that there is something that you have that is disabling to your life. And you know, and I think a lot of times it's assumed that, well, then that means you know, you're disabled means you can't work, and it's not just that. Disabling can be, you know, so much more than just you can't work. It could be your ability to go out and function as a normal person.
Oh goodness, I can't go to a lot of Bailey's school functions. Bailey's my daughter. If you follow the Instagram for Forrest or Homestead Walls, you'll see her a lot, more than me. Like, I'm behind the camera.
Yeah.
But it's hard for me to, like, and I try not to take him to the school, even though that's probably one of the places I need him the most.
Yeah.
Because I try not to put the kids into that.
Are just like,
I'm trying not to set the kids up for failure. I don't want to set the kids up for failure or, like, upset that they can't touch their dog.
Hard.
Even though he would be, like, totally cool with them, like, just bombarding
like,
him.
loving on them.
But it's going out in public and, like, big functions. I have him with me. A lot of times I have him with me and he's not wearing anything, and because I try to stay in farm stores, like,
low-key and
low-key, just for myself. And it's easier doing that here than it was when I was living in the city. When I was living
I can imagine that.
When I was living on JBLM in Olympia, Tacoma area, that was so much harder to go to, like, a mom and pop grocery store and be like, I can totally take that cashier if they, like, attack me. And I'm a lover, not a fighter. But you know, that it was one of those.
But
one of those things in the back of my mind from what's wrong with me. I can totally take the person at the dollar store. Like, I got this.
Yeah.
So I don't need him. Like.
Yeah.
I don't need him. I got this.
That's it.
And if you ask my daughter, you know, that's something for another time, how our kids feel about our service.
Oh yes, because we had an experience last night that Grace, I'm sure, would love to have an open discussion on, because it was something else. It was.
But that's something Bailey can't really, like, go through it like Grace can.
Yeah.
But
thank God Colton was oblivious to it. Thank God.
Like, Bailey has stopped people in Walmart, like, grown adults, like, coming up to do a sneak attack pet from behind.
Yeah.
Like, Forrest is
like a walk-by pet.
Yeah, he's doing a block, and he'll sit behind me like this, and I'm standing right here. This is me. And he's right here, and these people come by, and they'll, like, drive-by pet. And, like, he looks at me the whole time. He's very oblivious to the drive-by pet. Like, sometimes if it takes him from a surprise, he'll jump because it scares him.
Yeah.
don't do the drive-by. But Bailey actually got between Forrest and another person and was like, excuse me, he is a service dog and she is a sassy little 7-year-old.
Yep, very much so.
She goes, excuse me, he is a service dog and you're not supposed to pet them in public.
That's it.
And she said, and they're like, your child's being rude. Like, they gave me that get your kid look. Like, we all do that get your kid look. You can't lie.
Yeah.
You looked at a kid and
You looked at a
mom,
child somewhere
and
and
looked
you
at the
thought,
mom.
really?
Yeah.
Are you going to get the kid?
Yes. We've all done it. They gave me that get your kid look, and I was like,
Except for this time, they needed it.
I was like, she's right.
Just saying. Just saying. So, but thank you guys so much for tuning in.
God, we talked for an hour.
I love it. I love it. We've actually had a lot of people hopping on and off, so it's actually kind of cool. I like it. So, but thank you so much for tuning in. If you like what we shared today, please, hearts. Comment that you liked it. We're going to try to comment below with the hashtags and the Instagram and hopefully our YouTube channel.
Yes.
And again, thank you so much to my awesome, amazing trainer and friend, Danielle, for joining in as we shared this today. So,
Yeah.
yay.
So, y'all have a great and blessed day.
Absolutely. We'll see y'all later. Bye.